Former Cleveland Guardians assistant coach Craig Albernaz was recently hired as the Baltimore Orioles' new manager. And being a Cleveland Guardians fan, getting to see what Albernaz has brought to the team over the past couple years, I like this signing for the Orioles. A lot of Cleveland fans will remember Albernaz from this clip right here, where he was throwing sunflower seeds at Stephen Vogt during a particularly rough cold streak for the Guardians. For that reason, there were some Cleveland fans that did not like him. But I think this clip right here shows exactly why he was such an important piece to the team, bringing a silly, positive attitude in a rough spot for the Guardians. And we all know how this ended up. This was on Father's Day. The Guardians went on to have one of the best Septembers in baseball history, completing the biggest comeback to win a division ever. I don't think that happens without the positivity here that Albernaz is bringing. Baseball and softball are such mental sports. I think anyone that has played knows how important it is to be silly, not to press, because when you press, good things tend to not happen. I think the Orioles of all teams are in need of a positive attitude right now. They had a very underwhelming year last year. Expectations were high, and they finished last in the AL East. But I think that they were one of the most fun teams to watch down the stretch, even though they really weren't contenders. They have some star quality players on their team that are in need of big bounce back years. Adley Rutschman, Gunnar Henderson, Kyle Bradish. They had an ace in Trevor Rogers who had a bounce back year last year, and a huge crop of young talent like Samuel Basayo, Dylan Beavers, and Jackson Holliday who are waiting to have their breakout moments at the major league level. And I think Albie, as he was called in Cleveland, is a perfect candidate to put those pieces together for Baltimore and get them on the right track to winning like they were in 2022 and 2023. But what does this mean for the Cleveland Guardians now? Albernaz was Stephen Vogt's right-hand man for a reason. He was a personal friend of Vogt and a very respected individual in the baseball world. On top of that, Cleveland has already lost another assistant coach in Kai Correa, who went and became the bench coach for the New York Mets. So the Guards are going to have to promote someone into these positions, and brain drain could definitely be an issue here. Luckily, the Guardians have already re-signed Austin Hedges, who is pretty much a player manager at this point. He's already been a leader in the clubhouse, and I think these vacancies can open up an opportunity for him to take on more of a leadership role and kind of pave the way of him becoming a future manager in the MLB. And Cleveland as an organization has done a really good job of developing smart ball players, and I don't think that's a mistake by any means. I think there are some really smart players at every level, all the way down the minor leagues. I don't think it's going to be a problem for Cleveland to find someone that can step up into these roles internally. But as a Guardians fan, it is hard to not notice that Cleveland has struggled in developing hitting for many years now. It's a continuous issue. I would hope that Cleveland could look around and maybe bring in some coaches with a new hitting philosophy while they have these open seats. Last year, they promoted from within when they had a vacancy at hitting coach, and I don't think it really worked out. The Guardians continue to be one of the worst offensive teams in the league. And while a bench coach might not be the most obvious position to bring someone in to help with hitting, I think that it would be just a great opportunity to bring someone into the locker room that has some new philosophies and viewpoints. Finally, best of luck to Craig Albernaz and the Baltimore Orioles. I will be watching them closely this year. I think that they are going to be one of the most fun teams in Major League Baseball.